Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another Fast Track session. Today, we're looking at summer school survival and just getting you prepped up for what's going to be coming at you this summer. And subtitled Total Participation Techniques for the Classroom. As I told all my teachers, is I don't really necessarily care too much about what the lesson plan looks like, but when I come into your classroom, I expect your students to be engaged. So, we're going to take a deep dive into that and get you all prepped up for success moving forward. Once again, our norms and our agenda today: engagement strategies, rules for engagement, time management, situational leadership, and then lastly, touching on some of the pitfalls that some teachers fall into. So, what is engagement? Engagement is the degree of attention, curiosity, interest, optimism, and passion that students show when they are learning or being taught, which extends to the level of motivation they have to learn and progress in their education. And so this is what we're after when we're teaching, is to engage the mind, specifically the frontal lobe. Engagement is this image: people moving in the same direction, common goal, working together, and having fun doing it. Engagement is using time versus doing time. This picture on the right is a man, Shackleton, and his crew were stranded in Antarctica for 2 years, and he was able to lead all his men to survive because he was effective in his leadership and gave every single person a job to do. Engagement factors. Engagement is a vital piece in a student's educational life. They are not failing us, we are failing them if they're not being engaged. According to all the research, the thing that can change this downward cycle is teachers, or us, and all the work that we do put into creating engaging lessons for our students. So, a word from the experts: teaching matters more than any other factor in a student's school years. In fact, research tells us that quality teaching can completely offset the devastating effects of poverty has on students' academic performance. And that's a quote from one of my favorite brain-based researchers, Eric Jensen, and he wrote Teaching with Poverty in Mind. So the 7 factors of engagement, and before we tackle the solutions, we have to know why so many teachers have problems working with students living in poverty. What is it that makes these students different from our reaction, or our reaction to them different? Keep in mind, all of these factors can be overcome. So we're going to look at some of these factors moving forward. So at the end of your handout, there's a big article, and it's copied and pasted into your packet. So you would really benefit from reading that after our session. I'm going to just do a flyby on these different factors. A healthy home. So many times in poverty, health is a major factor. There's a higher occurrence of babies born premature, higher incidence of asthma, obesity, hearing loss. By the way, asthma is the number 1 leading cause of students being absent from school. And so there's a higher occurrence of that with students in poverty. The fact that many of our students in poverty are living in older homes, that in and of itself isn't a negative, except that sometimes the plumbing is bad, or which leads to like mold factors because of leaky pipes, lead paint, and many times there's smoke, like either people smoking in the home or people have smoked in the home, which leads to other lung issues. Nutrition. Is it quality nutrition? I had students that would show up with a Mountain Dew Flamin' Hot's breakfast, which doesn't have anything necessarily positive for this thing that's really important, the corpus callosum. The corpus callosum works best when it's fueled by protein, fatty acids, and that impacts the brain activity. And how much are our students eating, and then what is that quality breakfast that they're getting? So really important that our students are getting to school on time to eat that breakfast that we offer them.